Hello, welcome everyone, all you likers, commenters, and subscribers. We're talking to you. Welcome, it's Audacity. This is episode 18. Of the Velocity OKC show. Episode 18. Now, Kaylee, when you were 18, what was first and foremost on your mind?
Boys, for sure.
What's the top three?
Boys, going to college, the summertime.
It's just summertime?
Yeah, like in general.
Right.
Going to the lake, going to the pool.
That's
that
right,
sort of
because you're from...
Bergamo, Idabel technically,
Right.
But I would go to Bergamo Lake a lot.
Yes, which is an excellent place to visit if you haven't been there.
Yeah, it's about time where it'll start being a really nice time to go to the lake, no matter where you go in Oklahoma.
Very cool. So we're glad to be here, back with you again, and we've got some cool things to talk about what's going on in Oklahoma City.
That's right. But first, I want to give a shout out to all of the fans that were really begging for a new podcast. So Nate's mom, my mom, and Pat McFerrin. Those three, we just shout out to you because you're our number one fans. We love you. This is for you guys and everyone else. But hey, thanks for reaching out to us. I mean, we were talking before we started filming. First 2 months of 2021, not the best.
Could have been better.
Not the best. Having an ice storm and a snowstorm kind of broke my spirit for a few days. I didn't have water, but the sun's shining. It's March. Spring is around the corner. It feels like we're on the up and up.
More good news. Seems to be filtering out. People are getting vaccinated.
Yes.
People are starting to get out and about more.
The weather's nice enough to be outside.
Right. You get your 2 sticks, then you're ready to mix.
What?
I came up with a few of these.
Great.
So that was probably the best.
I'm looking forward to the rest of them. I was like, what are the 2 sticks? What are we doing with them?
You feel a little tingle, and then you're ready to mingle. My favorite one. No. You feel the sting, and then you're ready to swing, baby.
Wow. Were you thinking of this while you got vaccinated this week? Okay, good. Other than, first 2 months not great, what else is new at the Chamber that we need to catch everybody else up on today?
So we always love it when Chamber members partner on things.
That's right.
Last week there was an announcement that I thought was pretty cool because it was kind of right up my alley.
Specific to your particular interest, maybe?
That's right. Because it involves craft beer, one of our Chamber members, COOP Ale Works.
Yes.
And of course one of our other favorite Chamber members, Sonic Drive-In.
That's right.
And what are they doing?
They're doing a slushy. Why are you asking me? You know about this. This is your thing.
They're collaborating on Sonic-slush flavored hard seltzer,
that's pretty exciting.
That's pretty amazing.
It's better than like a beer slush, maybe? I don't know. You might like just like a beer slush. I personally probably would not enjoy that, but it might be refreshing to some. So
I mean, I'll be honest, my bar, when it comes to an enjoyment for beer-related products, it's pretty low. Like, I like a lot of stuff, but this does sound very, very good.
That's right. It kind of reminds me back when we first started VelocityOKC.com, which has been two and a half years at this point. Yeah. One of our first articles was a taste test of Sonic-slushes.
That's right.
So maybe we'll link that below. I think they were specialty flavors. I'm not sure how much of them are still on the menu at the time. Right. I remember there being a dill pickle one though, and I wanted more pickle. I wanted more pickle.
Slush, yeah. And you remember, I think it was episode 3 or 4 where we did the taste tests of their hot slush.
Oh, that's right.
Their Carolina Reaper slush.
That was fun.
They did that last summer.
Well, maybe we'll have to bring this one for next time. Just, grab a slush.
We can do some taste tests. Well, I'm thinking, hey, cherry limeade slush or cherry limeade seltzer. That is right up my alley.
Absolutely.
I mean, I wonder if they're going to do like grape with nerds flavor. If they could pull that off in a hard seltzer.
100%. That would be amazing. That's one of my favorite candies. That's taking me back to my childhood. Yeah, Yum.
That might make 2020, 2021.
We're still stuck in the past because it never ends. It just doesn't.
That might make 2021 really start looking up.
That's right.
So
that's definitely a cool partnership and, something to enjoy in the summer months as they creep towards us slowly.
Right.
So.
Yeah. And we've heard that there's another collaboration of some chamber members sort of in this area coming down the line that we can't talk about yet, but we'll have some information on that.
We had it on our run of show and then we crossed it out. So we're just going to leave that dangling for you guys.
Just get ready.
But it's an exciting one.
That's pretty cool.
We're going to tease that for episode 19, hopefully.
That's right.
So what's great?
What is?
Cookies. And even better than cookies are cookies that come to your door, hot, fresh. You didn't have to cook them, which brings me to the next item that we want to talk about is Tiff Streets. It's a new
Tiff Streets
deliverable cookie company that is located in Bricktown. And I actually had the chance to try these last week, I think it was. There was a delivery at our office, and they are, they're good.
They're pretty awesome.
Their chocolate chip has like a hint of coconut to it, which I really found intriguing and enjoyable.
Yeah, well, and I'm a big Snickerdoodle fan, and I've heard that their Snickerdoodles are very good too, so I'm looking forward to trying some of those. But yeah, they are going into the Steel Yard complex in Bricktown, which is cool, and I think so that's one of the first retail-related tenants that they have over there in that area. So if you haven't been out that way, lots of new development out there, lots of cool stuff to see, and the Criterion's right there, new hotel.
So basically, once your comfort level allows for you to go to a live music venue, you go there, you stay at a hotel, 2 a.m., you order the cookies.
There you go.
I don't know if they're open at 2 a.m., but they should be.
I think that's probably.
It feels like prime time for cookies.
Probably the case.
So, perfect night in Bricktown right there. We just planned it for you.
And in fact, you know what else is cool?
What?
That the Criterion's been holding some concerts by the Flaming Lips.
The bubble
everybody
concerts?
is in the bubbles. Yeah.
It's so great.
So that's
I mean,
cool.
brilliant. I think maybe we should do that for all concerts moving forward because I'm old now. No,
you don't
listen.
like people running into
Exactly.
you.
I don't want strangers bumping up on me,
Right.
spilling their beer on my shoes. Like, can I just be in a bubble at a concert forever?
The worst is whenever you get like that perfect spot. You're not too close, but you can kind of see, but you're still close. And then somebody moves in front of you, and you start getting jostled around.
That's right.
Yeah,
those tall people. Those tall people need to go to the back of the room.
No,
I feel
you're
pretty
old,
strongly
tall people.
about this.
You already have an advantage everywhere else.
I haven't been to a concert since 2019, and I remember going and being like, I think I'm too old for concerts.
What?
I know.
You're never too old for concerts.
But my feet hurt, and I was like, I'm so tired of standing up. And I just don't know. I actually do have tickets to, now this is also going to make me sound like an old person, Michael Bublé.
Okay.
He was supposed to come in April to the Chesapeake.
Nice.
It got rescheduled to February. Now it's rescheduled to September. And I bought the tickets for my mom as like I think it was Mother's Day or Christmas present whenever I bought them. And now she's like, I don't know if I ever want to go to a concert again. So I have to find someone to go to Michael Bublé with me. I was like, should I just sell them? Should I go? I mean, he's great in concert.
You should go.
There's no shots at Michael Bublé. I've seen him 4 times. He's great. My mom loves him. So.
Well, and the other thing is, concerts at the peak.
You at least get to sit down.
You're going to be able to sit.
Correct.
Yeah. Nobody's going to be standing in front of you.
Hopefully, no one's going to spill their beer, but they might. Some people really, really like Michael Bublé. They get a little rowdy. Okay.
I wouldn't doubt it.
I've been on the second row for one of his concerts. People get a little crazy.
Michael Bublé. This is news, guys.
So for anyone that hasn't done Michael Bublé concert, it's fun. People get rowdy. He's really talented, and he's going to just speak.
Comment, subscribe. News for Michael Bublé.
Yeah,
I like it.
Subscribe for rowdy Michael Bublé news right here on Audacity OKC.
So speaking of performing arts, pretty cool news that came out from Lyric Theater. One of our chamber members, of course, everybody loves a lot of the shows that they put on. I especially like a lot of the big musicals that they do in the summertime.
Their summer musical series is where it's at.
Very fun, correct. I'm a big fan. And so they are actually going to move forward with not the entirety of what they had originally planned for this year, but sort of a modified version. But they are doing quite a few shows, and they're all going to be outdoors, which I thought was a really good idea.
Yeah, they started that. They may have done it before, but I first heard about it in December when they did A Christmas Carol at Harn Homestead.
Right.
So it was almost like a moving theater experience where there were different stages and different crews that were performing at the different areas you could walk through, allowed it to be socially distanced, etc. They limited, I believe, the number of people that could come to each show. So I thought that was a really innovative way to preserve a cherished Oklahoma City treasure. That's the holiday tradition around here for the Lyric Theater to do A Christmas Carol. And I'm really happy to see they're going to continue that throughout the year with different shows. So do you know what else is on their like schedule for the year?
I know that they are going to do Nonsense, and that is going to be at the Myriad Gardens water stage.
Oh, okay,
Cool. They're going to do a couple of shows there. one thing that stood out to me was that they were going to do Grease.
Grease is the word.
That's right.
Okay, I'm going to go jam to that.
For the real high school feel, that's actually going to be at Bishop McGinnis Stadium.
No!
Right. So I think that's going to be pretty cool. And then, of course, they are returning back to the Harn Homestead in December for Christmas Carol because, I think the reviews were so positive of the experience and everything.
Fantastic.
So they're going to go back and do that. But so we'll have a link in the show notes to some information about that. But be sure to check out the entirety of their schedule and go see some stuff outside. That's going to be.
I got to ask. I think you were a theater guy in high school.
Uh-huh.
Are you feeling uncomfortable yet? Were you in musicals? Like,
I was.
What was your favorite role that you were in? Gotta tell me. No, I'm not letting you off the hook on this one. Were you in Grease?
I was not in Grease.
Okay, darn. Were you in West Side Story?
I was not.
I feel like you would do a really good snap walk, Like, I think you would really kill that. So, should think about this as an adult.
I could never decide if I would rather be in the Sharks or the Jets.
Yeah, it's hard choice.
What do you think?
I don't know.
What would you be
it's hard
if
to
you
say.
had to pick a street gang?
Maybe Jets. When
You'd
you're
be
a Jet,
more of
you're
a
a Jet
Jet?
all the way. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
So, I like that loyalty.
Gotcha. That's good.
I'm going to press you for the answer to this off camera, but I won't make you do it during the podcast. I want to know. I want to know what roles you've played in your life. Okay. Something else we wanted to make sure we talked about today is that we do have some upcoming city and school board elections that are going on April 6th. So this is actually the general election after the primary was held in February.
Correct.
And it will also be the overall general election for a couple of school board seats. So they were not on the February ballot, but they will be on the April one.
Right.
So we'll have runoffs for Oklahoma City Public School Board Chair.
Right.
That's a really important one. And then I am blanking on the city council seats that had a runoff, but there were 2 or 3,
I believe
at least.
2 of them, yes.
Yeah, 2. So those are going to be that's right. Todd Stone was reelected outright, so he's the incumbent. He will continue to serve. Nikki Nice did not have an opponent, so she will continue to serve, and then we'll have 2 seats that are up for a general election. So that's, we talk about elections a lot at the chamber. I really think we need to emphasize, local elections have a huge impact on our city. They do.
Right.
I mean, if you didn't believe that before 2020, you have to now. You've seen how much their decisions impact how businesses are operating, how people are able to operate. So the chamber does not choose any kind of favorite candidate for any city. We do not endorse candidates, but we do like to ascertain their beliefs about certain things that impact Oklahoma City's success. So we will link in the show notes a link to a couple of articles on Velocity where we did publish the results of a survey that we've administered to every city council and school board candidate since I've been here, since 2011. So it goes back quite a ways. So that will just help you ascertain what their beliefs are and if they align with what you want to vote for. So we really want to encourage everyone, make sure you're registered to vote. If you're not comfortable voting in person, please vote absentee or early. And then, of course, on Tuesday, April 6th, head to the polls if you haven't already. And let's increase our, voter turnout for city elections. They're important and they're often the most underattended. So hopefully we can change that.
Yeah, people do tend to get more fired up about the federal, national level elections, but when it comes to things that impact your day-to-day life, it really is.
It's city.
Yeah, exactly.
City, county,
your local,
school board.
city, county. Yeah, exactly.
That stuff is just as important as federal, and like I said, low voter turnout traditionally, and there are important things on that their decisions will impact. So and if you don't live in Oklahoma City, I want to mention, check out and see what's going to be on your ballot. Edmond, Norman, whatever suburb, city you might live in, there's probably something that will appear on the ballot as well.
Right. So get out and vote for sure.
Absolutely.
Now, what are some other things that people should be taking advantage of when it comes to some of the things that the chamber is doing in terms of, maybe some networking opportunities?
Great transition.
Thank you.
I think a lot of people, I feel this way too. It's been a year since this whole pandemic thing started. It's wearing on all of us. And I think for our members, the feedback that we're hearing is that they really, really miss networking. Now, the chamber has made the decision. We did almost all of our events last year online. We're continuing that until we can ascertain if it's safe enough. At least through the middle of this year, we will be virtual events only. And I think people are really missing the opportunities to network. So we have tried to structure our online events so that they allow people to meet new faces, connect with old friends. And I want to point out a couple of free ways that you can do that at the chamber, because I know some people are watching their budgets as well. So The number one thing I would recommend is our online webinar called Enlighten. That's on the first Friday of every month. And it's practical tips that businesses can use to boost their performance. We've done things that are specific to businesses about banking or taxes. We've done things that are more professional and personal development, like how to manage stress,
right,
or managing employees, that sort of thing. And a new aspect of that we're adding is a free networking period. So we use Zoom, like so many of us are familiar with, and we use the breakout functions as your digital table. So you're sorted into a room, you get to meet new people. We encourage people to turn on their cameras and make new connections. That's a really great way for you to make a few new contacts once a month for free at a chamber event. And also, chamber members should contact their member manager and see if they can be added to the grand openings email listserv. So since last fall, I think August, the chamber has been hosting virtual grand openings.
Right.
And so if you have just joined the chamber and you want to celebrate that, we do on Fridays at 11 a.m. a grand opening celebration. And that's another great way to come to these events, meet new people, make sure that you're celebrating these new businesses that are in our community. I think that's a wonderful way. And honestly, it's not taken advantage of or known about enough for most people. Like, this is a good way to meet new people and it costs you absolutely nothing.
Right.
So I think those are two free options that everyone should take advantage of if they're really feeling like, man, I need to network for my job, or I just miss meeting new people. Those are great ways to do it. We also have a couple of ways to do that are paid events. One is Mega Lunch. We've been doing that online since last year. And then the Chamber Forum, that's a monthly event where you're going to learn about a topic that's relevant to Oklahoma City's growth. In March, it's going to be about the entrepreneurial community here in Oklahoma City, but those also have networking components. So highly encourage anyone that's feeling down in the doldrums, maybe not meeting as many people as they're used to take advantage of some of these resources that we have.
Yeah, for sure. Things have obviously slowed down in a lot of different industries.
Yeah.
And, depending on what you're in, things may be slower. There are some industries where things have picked up quite a bit, in fact.
Yeah.
But wherever you are sort of on your professional journey, the Chamber has events and networking opportunities that you can take advantage of. And so I would really encourage you, or even if you're just thinking about starting your own business,
sure.
This pandemic, this whole situation, that may have sparked in your mind some idea that you have that you may be able to turn into a business. So if you've been thinking about potentially starting a business, networking opportunities like this are a great way to start to connected with people, maybe even get some feedback on what you've been thinking about doing.
Sure.
And this is the other thing that we wanted to talk about, if you've been thinking about possibly taking the next step, starting your own business and you've been looking for office space, or if you find yourself in a work from home environment and you figured out that working from home is a surefire way to slowly but surely drive you crazy and you need to get out of the house and just sort of see some people, there are some chamber members that provide co-working environments and some spaces like this that we wanted to make sure that you guys are aware of. So these include places like Crew Workspace. They're a new business, but that's on Main Street, sort of the West Village area. They just joined the chamber, but they, so they offer all these places. They offer kind of low-cost office space and all the amenities that you might want to have in an office, and also the ability to be around people.
Other humans.
Right.
Whoa.
And maybe not drive yourself crazy. So even if it's 1 or 2 days a week,
sure,
for a few hours at a time, that may be something that you want to take advantage of. Depending on what area of town that you want to be in too, if you are sort of north of town, the Executive Hub at Gaillardia is a good option. They're a chamber member as well. If you want to go even further north than that, Vault 405, that's sort of an outgrowth of Citizens Bank of Edmond. They're downtown Edmond, chamber member also. So they've got a space there for you. And then of course Star Space 46, also sort of on the west end of downtown, and they have not only a co-working space but a lot of really good programming around the tech/entrepreneurial space. And you're into coding and you need a lot of if you need to get some assistance, or you want to take some classes, or you just want to be around people, bounce some ideas off of folks about different ways to do things, they've got a lot of good programming there for you and opportunities for you to hang out with some folks. So
that's awesome. Yeah, like you mentioned earlier, I've known people personally that worked from home before the pandemic, then with childcare kind of coming into the home more so than normal, they were like, oh, I have to go to a co-working space a couple days a week because I can't do this. So glad that those places exist. It's great for people who are starting a business. It's great for people who work from home, whether because of the pandemic or otherwise. So it's good to have those resources in our community, and a great way to hopefully see more growth within our entrepreneur space.
Yep, that's what it's all about. Getting people together, cross-pollination of ideas, and also just not driving yourself nuts.
It's always a bonus.
All the time. Yeah. So, okay. Well, I think that's about all we have today, right?
It's good to be back with you guys.
Wraps it up. Yeah.
Glad to be in a new year that feels a little new. Finally.
Feels a little new.
Months.
I think onwards and upwards, things are looking up.
And we hope to be back.
You're ready to mix.
Wait, get those 2 sticks. Get ready to mix, y'all.
That's right.
There you go.
It's gonna happen. This is gonna be great.
I hate that.
I can't wait.
I'm so mad that you invented it. We hope that you guys will continue to follow along Audacity OKC. So like, comment, subscribe. You can follow us on YouTube, iTunes, anywhere podcasts come into your earbuds. That's where we are.
You should be able to find it.
And if not, let us know, because we want to be in that space.
And if you're listening to this, I don't know, the new thing on YouTube is we know from our analytics that only 20% of you that are watching this are actually subscribed. I haven't actually looked at that, but please do subscribe if you're
if you like our unique brand of weirdness, you should definitely subscribe.
You want to keep on top of all things OKC.
And hear our weird stories about Michael Bublé concerts.
Right.
Come on. We'd love to have you in this space.
This is what you want to do, yeah. So please share, please like, please comment, please subscribe.
That's right.
We appreciate it.
And if you'd like to give us feedback, you can follow us on social media. It's at OKC Chamber, pretty much anywhere. Not TikTok, though. Nate says no. And then also you can email us if that's more your speed at networking@okcchamber.com.
That's right. Thanks a lot, guys, and we will see you next time.